Vítejte v éteru pedagogického prostředí. Národní pedagogické muzeum a knihovna Jana Ámose Komenského si pro všechny učitele a další posluchače připravilo podcast s Komenským u mikrofonu. Tento mimořádný rozhovor bude na lince Praha-Paříž. A sice s prezidentkou Mezinárodního výboru pro vzdělávání a kulturu z Marií-Clarte O'Neill.
Hello, Marie. Hello.
Hello. How are you, Scotty?
It's great, Marie. How are you?
I'm fine, and I'm recovering from Prague with a lot of pleasure because we had a great time, and I'm glad to have this opportunity to thank very much the Pedagogical Museum for receiving CECA, because for us it was quite a discovery.
Thank you very much. I thank you. Our museum, thank you. And that's the first question. The CECA, ICOM International Committee for Education and Culture Action, of course, attended a meeting at the National Pedagogical Museum. What was the experience like for you? Can you tell us?
Yes, in fact, to be really honest, at the beginning, I was rather worried about being in the Pedagogical Museum, because we are a very large committee of 2,000 people. We had a lot of attendance expected, and I was worried to have a place that was, kind of small for us. And so at the beginning, I was anxious, but when things went on, I must say that the atmosphere, the very specific and cozy atmosphere of the museum was extremely a nice surprise for me, and it was very good for the participants. They liked it very much, and it kind of helped the interaction between people. Generally when you are in a large modern surrounding, it becomes kind of people listen and they don't participate so much. But in your institution, I like the level of participation of the attendance.
Mm-hmm. Thank you very much. So in general, did you enjoy this general conference in Prague? Was Prague the right space for this kind of experience?
Yes. In fact, Prague was, I think it is a perfect type of place for having the general conferences of ICOM, because first it's not such a huge city, and then the center of the city is a kind of very nice and warm and everything. So the city in itself was a great, was good. Then the organization was extremely, precise, and it was well organized and everything. The general conferences are always wonderful moments for meeting other people, and it was a good place because we could meet. As you know, ICOM has mostly European members. So sometimes it's good for us to have meetings in Europe so that we can, meet each other more. When the general conferences, when they are in Asia, you meet a lot of Asian colleagues, and it's very important. But then when it's in Europe, you can make kind of closer link with people that live not too far from you. And for us, it was great. And then I must say that, I was part of the defined group, and it's very, very hard on that definition for 2.5 years, as you know. And for us, it was a wonderful moment. I will always remember Prague as, the place of relief. Suddenly, something that looked impossible for such a long time became something admired and accepted by everyone. So that was a great moment. So my remembrance of Prague will always be, very, very good.
It's great to hear it. Please describe me your core activities and why it is good for educational institutions like our institution to be part of CECA? I mean, ICOM International Committee for Education and Culture Action.
First of all, I would say that for your institution, it seems completely obvious because of the type of themes you encourage. In fact, international committees in ICOM are link members together around topics, as you know, and the topic of education is growing more and more important in the contemporary world, and so we are, because of that, we are a very, very large committee. We have 2,000 active members, and when I say active, they're really active members. So because of that, when you join CECA, you join 2,000 other people interested in the same topic as you are. What we do, in fact, I mean, the job of international committee is organizing different ways of common work together to get better in our, professional lives and ways of seeing the world. So we try to, organize different things apart from the conferences. Of course, we have that, things that happened in your museum when we were in Prague, which is the distinctions, the awards. And we have two kind of awards to sustain the two paths of going that we try to have in CECA, which is the path of professional life and the path of research. For the path of professional life, we have the best practice prize award that encourages members and generates young members that take part of that and they try to do their best and present a kind of perfect type of program, educational program. And then the other one is trying to make a very good research on a topic around, education and reception of the the offer of museums by the public. So this kind of, in a way, pushes people to make things better. So in a way, I think for all institutions to have that. Then we have publications, and we try to be, to open our website to a number of CECA publications that are excellent references for people who work around education. They find there, a quantity of, texts that they can get to freely and print if they want and everything. So, and we try them in a very diverse way. And in fact, what I could say is that CECA is an offer of permanent training for people that work on education. Our education, of course, is museum education. And it's not education at school, it's museum education. So I think that for something like the Pedagogical Museum, it's a kind of wonderful add to what the core of what you do. And also because of the importance of the links between schools and museums, I think it's very interesting and important for you to kind of better your approach of museum education to help teachers to use museums in a better way. So that for me would be, especially for your museum, the kind of road of improvement that I would see through being part of CECA.
Okay. It's absolutely fantastic, and we are really pleased that we are becoming a part of CECA. And I would like to ask you, how important is museum education in the world? I mean, for society, did the General Conference help for this kind of matter?
Yeah, in fact, what we can see very clearly is the growth everywhere in the world of the need for education. It's really getting the kind of wealth that has to be shared with everyone. I would take an example with, for example, the Emirates. They decided that they had, probably their how do you say, oil was getting lower, and that their new wealth had to be something else. And they chose education as their new orientation. So it really shows that it's a very important way of growth and enrichment for all the people. Then there is something around the power of museums. Prague chose that as one of the themes, and I think it's a very nice concept, which says that something that could look, old-fashioned or, at the side of a road when the world life becomes difficult and everything, is in fact museums are becoming tools of personal and social development in a very, very important way. And CECA is working quite hard on that. Because we I always say that museums are a wonderful image of what the global world is, because in a museum, you have objects coming from all over the world, and then in the museum, you have visitors coming from all over the world. So in fact, that interaction between the museums and the visitors and objects is something that really is an image of what the global world can be. And because of that, I'm sure, and I can see that museums help mutual understanding between people and help making that global world better.
I agree with you. And Mrs. Markéta Pánková, director of our museum, presented you with a medal for unceasing educational activities and dissemination of Comenius's ideas. What does it mean to you?
For us right now at CECA, it means a lot. The last publication of our ICOM education journal is going to be around education, and we decided to treat it as, museum education has kind of grown on its side. People trying new things and inventing things and, trying to persuade their curators that education was important and things like that. In a way, probably museum people didn't inspire themselves enough of the basic education system, research, theories and everything. And so our last issue of ICOM Education Journal is going to be a kind of parallel between what formal education is and how museum education can inspire itself without being, under the power, but kind of, enrich itself from that. So for us, just this year was the right year to receive a medal from a museum that represents Dr. Comenius, that he has been in Central Europe such an important person for education and such an early person, being interested in education. So for us, it had a great significance to receive this medal. And I'm doing what is necessary now to have it on our website also.
Yeah. Thank you, Marie. Thank you very much. Greetings from Prague to Paris, and have a good day.
Yes, thank you. Thanks to you, and thanks your director, because we had a great moment in this institution. Thank you very much to you.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Děkujeme všem, kdo posloucháte podcast s Komenským u mikrofonu, který si také můžete poslechnout v podcastových aplikacích, na webu npmk.cz nebo můžete rovnou zhlédnout video na YouTube s obrazem. Pokud budete podcast sdílet na vašich sociálních sítích, pomůžete tím do naší společnosti šířit Komenského odkaz. A o to nám jde. Moc vám děkujeme za přízeň.